the craziest thing happened. Literally, I reminded myself through a Grief Beats episode about the art of allowing. And it sounds like such a simple idea, right? But when you're grieving, oh my God, the art of allowing feels a million miles away and like impossible because grief is so dark and can be so sad and life changing. And so I've been wrestling with grief for like 8 years now, and it has kicked my ass, and I am so sick of it. So, so sick of it. Oh. And so the last few days with that running with that reminder, I have really started to practice deliberate thought, changing my thought and demanding a higher vibration. And it's truly working. Honestly, it really is. And it isn't effortless. It comes with like intentions and catching your thoughts and really working on how do you see grief, right? How is it devastating? Is it ruining your life? Is it soul sucking? Is it collapsing? It's I had this visual, side note, little side note, but I had this visual about what grief has looked like for me, and it's like this dark cave with a little bit of light kind of in the corner. And all these different parts of me are these dark angels who are squished and can't breathe and can't fly, but just looking at each other, desperate, trying to find a way out. And what a sad visual. I'm like, no, I can't do this. And so I'm heading for that light, and I've busted it open, and I'm letting those little grief angels free to fly, because ultimately grief comes from love, right? And I've said that before, but it really does. And so I'm trying to remind myself of the love. And a funny thing has happened. So in my meditations, I meet my son in this halfway point. He's, the other side here, so close, by the way. It really, truly is so close. And me being here in the physical world, and we meet. And as I've progressed into this levity and lightness, I see my son, and he's doing this happy dance. And this happy dance, it adds so much love and light and excitement into my world again. And he's like grooving, like he had such groove. He loved jazz and rhythm and percussion. He was just had such great vibes. So he's doing this happy dance. And I realized if I can grab on to happier thoughts, it makes my angels happier, and consequently it's like this cyclical thing where we then are making each other happy. And honestly, like, I'm here until I'm not. And while being here, I don't want life to be a full-time job. I want that ability to trust my intuition and trust my inner voice, and to go out and trust the day and receive miracles and signs, not work so hard at it, right? Because grief, oof, man, it will work you until you have nothing left, until you're desperate enough to be like, fuck this. I demand a higher vibration, right? So I hit that point, and I can sit here today and honestly say that you can change your grief just by the way that you think about it, and how you allow it to make you feel. And the reminder that with that great loss, that great love exists, not existed, exists. And it always will. It always will. So making space, and being deliberate with your thoughts and going for a higher energy, if honestly, if that's what you're wanting. I'm assuming that everybody in grief is looking for a higher space to be in, a lighter space to be in. And so trust your inner voice, trust the day, give yourself space, and change the way you see it. You can shift your grief. I really, really mean it. You can shift and change your grief. And so trust the day.